So if you want to adjust anything, you know, even after you've drawn it, you can kind of move stuff around. And then, yeah, and it's like a 3-step process, and none of them are very hard. And then fill it in with colors. Like, just use the same brush that you've been using, and just start coloring behind your lines on the layer. And just kind of fill it in, and do, you know, do whatever technique you find works. And then let's add some white, and then to finish it up, I threw in like some gradient, like halftones, like that. And then what else? I think that's it, really. Yeah. So that's it. So with like no you know, with like I don't know what I was about to say, but it's not very hard to do that. So if you ever wanted to like illustrate something, like if you had a photo or you want to do like a portrait or anything like that, just yeah, this is a pretty nice way to do it, and you get like some good practice with like the Illustrator brush tools, which are pretty fun. So we normally don't do this around here. This is like a rare thing. I was like, oh, this would be fun. But there you have it. My font's not loaded. Anyway, yeah. Alright, so let's move on. I did that one off stream, so I just thought I'd share before we jump into this. Okay, so Mascot logo. Let's see, we're gonna use like this tail, this here. Let's go ahead and lock it. Double click it. I'm gonna go template. Dim images to 50. Yeah, that's good. Oh, see, I don't know which season anything happens in. Alright, and what I did here was I made this a template layer. This is all, if you've watched this channel before, you know what that does. But for the newcomers, I think we're going to have like lighter than usual viewers today, simply because it's a holiday. But when I'm doing the line work, got the gypsy music this morning. But while I'm doing the line work here, since I'm working on top of my drawing, let's go like 8. Like that. What that does is, if I go to outline mode, I can see, you know, the lines I'm making, but I can also still see the drawing in the background, like my sketch. So the template layer, the major benefit of that is anytime you go into outline mode, you can still see whatever images you put on that template layer. And I believe they also, like, they don't print. Like, having a template layer makes, like, I don't print things usually anyway, but having a template layer makes it so this stuff is like genuinely doesn't output with your final. Alright, let us begin. So we're going to be drawing lines around all the like the major areas. The hatching is like notes to myself on what I'm going to do there. Let's pick like just use like the edge tools here. I guess sharp edges are fine. Now we just go into like clicky mode. Let's kind of click our way around. And I've really got like no method to this, I just kind of work my way around. And you don't even have to connect the lines really, as long as like one of them, you know, hides behind the other. It's not a big deal. And once we're done with this, we convert it over to fills, like filled paths. So all of this will get like blocked in, or like rendered into like a filled path. Oh, speaking of ears here, I'm gonna take Walter into the vet. He's got like an ear infection or something. It's like everybody's catching something this holiday. And, yeah, and yesterday, like, all of my team at work is like, we're sick, we're going home. It's a perfect day to do it, too, because there was like, it was Friday, New Year's weekend. I was like, you guys just go home, get some rest, enjoy the long weekend. Okay, so if you're using like the line method for doing this, like all these points and everything kind of get generated automatically for you too, which is like a bonus. All you need to do is just use like a really heavy line weight, and then don't round your corners at all. Like if we rounded the corners, you'd wind up with this. Just leave them, what is this called, miter join? Yeah, so just leave them like that and you'll wind up with like pointy corners, which are attractive, fun. And the steeper the angle, the pointier it winds up being. Yeah, put your, yeah, he's not unhappy, he's just like always shaking his head and like wants me to scratch it, and he moans, like does this weird like dog growl thing, like ecstasy for dogs or something. Yeah, I put my sketch on the template layer. That way when I go to outline mode, like if you hit Control Y, this is like, there's not a whole lot of crazy stuff happening here, so it doesn't make sense yet. But as you get further along, you start filling in your colors and things. Like if we, let's pretend we're doing, let's go ahead and just fill something in. So imagine you've got like, you know, your color. I think it's a fox, let's make it. Like that. And you're like, oh no, I need to do detail on the ear. Well, the one way you can do it is, you know, change like your layer to multiply maybe. It's like one way I kind of do it. If that's hard to see, which it is a little bit. As long as your layer here is a template, your sketch. If I go to outline mode, I can now like still see my artwork. So if we, let's turn the template layer off. Try that again. So without the template layer, if I want to see what's behind this, if I hit Control Y, you lose your sketch or whatever your artwork. It turns into just like an outline of the artwork itself. So let's turn that back on. Just make it a template, hit OK. It dims it out, it's whatever. You can scan it lightly if you want. But now if we go to outline mode, you can see through it still. So we can actually like build this entire thing just in outline mode, and then jump out of it when we're ready and start working with the line weight. I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna have like some people over, I'm sure. Emma's got some friends in the neighborhood, and we all like to party. And the way I do this, I don't know if this is like, I feel like common practice is to, for like creating mascot logos, the way I've mostly seen it done by other people is they'll wind up doing a complete outline of everything. They'll be like, all right, this is one big filled shape. Okay? And then they'll come back in and they'll start like doing all the inner layers. Like, all right, now we're going to do like this highlight, and this is now one shape. And then we'll do the eyeball, and that'll be like one shape. So they'll do all of it as shapes. I don't know anyone who does it like as lines, like this, where you just line the whole thing out, fill it all in, and then just add your shading last. So maybe I'm unusual, or maybe I'm like onto something. I don't know. Oh, he loves fireworks. Yeah, it doesn't bother him at all. Like anything loud and scary, like fire trucks and fireworks, all that, like the celebrations and lots of people, he's like, no problem. Yeah, he's not like crazy at all. Like some dogs just like lose their minds when that's going on. He's like, whatever. Yeah, he's fun on the 4th of July. We take him, there's like a festival they do just uptown, which is a few that way. We take him up there and he loves it. Really likes crowds and people and all that. I like taking him out. It's fun. He's a really good sport. Okay, so what I'm gonna let's make. I want my nose to be like symmetrical. So let's do this. We'll so that lines up those points. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy, Control F, paste on top, hit the letter O, and I'm gonna pick like the edge, like this anchor, and kind of flip the nose around like that. So now I have like this nose, and I'll join these points so we have like a filled shape. That actually doesn't matter so much, but over me. Oh, hey, Mod. I'm working on a logo commission for another streamer who will be beginning streaming, I guess, this January. He's getting his channel set up and everything. But it was a contact from Instagram who has seen like the Porg Resistance and some other stuff I had done. I think, yeah, he specifically mentioned like this one and this one. So he's like, will you do a Fox logo for me? I said, sure. So we're gonna create like, we'll do the colors and all that, and this weekend I'm gonna be creating a Fox mascot. What settings did you change that you can scale down the quality of your stream? I believe that's because I'm a affiliate now. It adds that option for you guys. Hey Clown, good morning. It's been 2 whole weeks since I've seen everybody. Yeah, I believe it's an affiliate option.
Turn off your radio now.
So like, I'm leaving the edges like just straight up, like hard stop here. We'll come back in and we'll do like the tapered edge. What I normally do is like change the stroke and go down to like profile. It's hard to see, but it's behind my picture. You know what, maybe we'll fix like this today too. Kind of my stream windows. I've got an idea for it. And I can show you a preview of the website too. The new and improved. But yeah, we're gonna wind up changing the profile to like a pointy edge kind of thing. But we'll break the lines a little bit and kind of do it that way.
Some of Mickey's goons like Little Charlie Raincoat. I told him fight him, but he skipped town weeks ago. I didn't catch your name. You got a knife coming up in here asking me these questions.
Down.
I'm asking, what's the big idea? Why I order? Who are you? Some kind of wise guy? Beat it. You